Aloha. Welcome. We are live. Yes, this has been an amazing day. I don't know about you guys, but oh my God, this has just been. Sorry, let me take one of those out of my ear. Hey, I've been fighting a cold the last couple days and all. I'm feeling amazing now. I think the news today really helped. And but you know, when you've had a cold and you have earbuds in, it's like everything echoes. I'm like, no, I don't like that. However, I'm gonna switch ears. How's that? So because I do have some video we're gonna play today, so I need to have my earbuds in. So how are y'all doing today? Is everyone as happy as yeah, K. I literally I woke up. I was trying to figure out, I had been planning on covering Charlotte today. I had flirted with the idea if I could find another case that wasn't being talked about, covering that. And I didn't know which way I was going to go. And then all of a sudden the news came out and it's just been nonstop since then. I'm like, okay, which way do I? And also, we are going to talk about Charlotte. However, I also have a new case I'm also going to share with you, and that is right up there. That is Kelly, or Kel, as his friends called him, who went missing back in May. And we're going to talk about Kelly, but I know so many of you guys had your heart covered by this whole Charlotte Sena's case, and we do have amazing news that she's safe. And I want to go through that. However, real quick highs to everyone in chat, and then we will do a huge, oh my gosh, she's okay. She's got a long road ahead of her, I have a feeling, but she will be with her family who's going to be able to support her through it all. So, hello, Princess Megan. How you doing, my dear? And Kay Crochet, how you, my dear? And the bushes. How am I? I am amazing. I'm feeling much better. Much better. Okay. I knew as soon as mom got sick, it was only a matter of time. And I think I slept almost 48 hours straight. I am not straight, little awakes here or there, but I definitely needed the rest during it. But I'm feeling so much better now. And also, who else? We got KK. KK's in the house. Hello, my dear. And LG. Hey, my dear. How you doing? Yeah, LG's been talking about this. KK's been talking about this. Lone Wolf and I've been talking about this. Cristola and we've all been talking in chats and discords and all about all the amazing news. Danette, how are you doing, my dear Danette? How are you doing? And guys, I don't know about you guys, but I came across one video as I was looking for stuff on Charlotte. And hey, Mel, I love you. How you, Mel? Love you. I came across this one video. I'll pull it up right now. And this was the video that the news caught the moment those people who'd been giving their time and all towards finding Charlotte got the news. Hello, Seal. Love you, my dear. And this just totally, this states it all, and I'm gonna let it all play. And this was the moment they all found out. They, like all of us, asked, is she okay? Any news? And they're like, nothing right now. They're like, that's fine. She's safe. That's what matters. I know all of us on YouTube land immediately are going down, okay, what happened, who, all those things.
You guys can be as loud as you want to be.
They deserve to be as loud as they want to be. I mean, those are the people who gave their time, okay, to finding a little girl who needed to be found. Okay, and there's a lot of news going on with things, and I do want to address those because I know a lot of you guys have been following it, trying to find out what is real, what is not, what's rumor, what's not. As JB was live today, did an amazing job as all this. Okay, I think he was live when this whole thing started, okay, unfolding, and he was just amazing. So, but one of the places, okay, he had been talking about, and he's right. Okay, the Times Union did an awesome job throughout this whole thing, and they will continue doing it. I did make a decision. I'm not going to show her picture right now because a comment was made, and it actually made a lot of sense to me. And it kind of fits in with what we all talk about. Okay, this is still a news story, gang. Yeah, it's a news story. It's going to be a news story. But this little girl needs to go on with her life. She's going to have to heal. She's going to have to, okay, come to some sense of safety and security again and go on with her life. And if she's seeing nothing but her picture out there, that doesn't help. And yes, her story's out there, but it doesn't need to be her picture. Okay. In just the same way, when you have a criminal who does horrible things at schools or stuff, they like, let's not even share the name of the person. Well, this in a different way. So, I made the decision. I'm not going to show. I will have her poster, of course, that, okay, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Hey, is Miss Margie going to be here soon? Okay. Tell her love you. And I love Miss Margie. Yes, Cassie, you want more treats? Yeah, Cassie has discovered she doesn't want to lay in her stroller anymore. She wants to be in my lap. That's hard to do when you wear pants. Okay, I want to just relax. I don't want to have to worry about balancing a dog on my. Okay, but yeah, you can stay right there. How's that? You want to stay right there? Mm-hmm. No, she wants the treats that are sitting right there. So, but let's start this whole thing today. Before we get into Kelly, how many of you guys put a one in chat if you've been following today's breaking news and all? I think most of you have, but I myself have been in and out for the last hour and a half because of the fact I'm trying to get set for this other case. So yes, Cassie. Oh, you want one of these? Is that it? Okay, let me give you one of those. And so I kind of need a quick update in case there's been any news in the last, say, hour and a half. So one second there, you go. So like I said, Times Union has been doing amazing. And so what we got here, okay, I was sorry. Yeah, hopefully we won't have any. If we have trolls, we get trolls, kick them out. I think we'll be fine though. So, okay, yes. Welcome, Lone Wolf, my dear. So here we go. Times Union has done an amazing job with this case today. I thought we'd kind of real quickly just read through the article. Okay, and it'll give us an idea. I mean, there was so much going on. There was information coming out about the Saratoga Performing Arts Center. There was stuff about houses being raided and all these things. And slowly things are starting to come together. Okay, yeah. And I know there is a person who's being connected to this at this point. I'm not going to share their name. You guys, okay, if you guys talk about it, no problem. I myself am not going to share the name until it, okay, I don't know if he's actually been arrested yet. I mean, not arrested, but processed. Once it's shown processing, yes, definitely. So, so anyhow, here we go. So we all know she was found alive today. Okay, and a suspect in her abduction was arrested. I am hearing, hello, LG's going to bed while you get your girl to bed. You got it. Oh, actually, they are giving his name now, so I guess we will all be sharing his name. 46-year-old Craig Ross Jr. Many of you guys have heard what pretty much happened out of this case is that he left a ransom note of some sort on her parents' front door, I guess. I don't know. They were able to take that ransom note and they were able to run it for DNA, fingerprints, all the things that they normally do. And from there, things started coming together. And guys, I'm not going to go into the specifics about this guy's background unless this article does go into it. Yep, get it, girl. It's official. It is. You can tell I haven't been around for that last hour and a half while I've been doing all this other stuff. So, but I am definitely, guys, keep her in your prayers. Keep her parents in your prayers, because they're dealing with all the emotions connected. They found their little girl, but now they have to deal with, did anything happen to her? And even if nothing happened to her, you guys remember the case of Cleo and stuff like that in Australia. even when things may not or may have necessarily happened, being pulled from your parents and all that is scary. Okay, is someone else going to get you? All the nightmares, all those things. So please keep them in your prayers. Sources also said the police had raided a house in Milton on Monday evening. That residence is on Barrett Road, which I think it's not that far from that community center, the Performing Arts Center. Yeah, exactly, Crystal. I don't want to say what's in my head, but you guys can figure out what's in my head. The residence is there about 13 miles south of where Charlotte Sena lived with her family in Porter Corners near Corinth. Relatives of the suspect apparently live at the Barrett Road residence, and the girl may have been found in some sort of trailer. And I do know there were other people who were live who were going into the maps and all to kind of see where those trailers were. And this all does fit. It really does. The state police issued a statement Monday. And by the way, there is going to be a press conference tomorrow. I don't know if the time has been settled yet. Last I heard it had not been, but they may have said it by now. Morning saying that she is safe and is, in quotes, in good health, and that more information is going to come out tomorrow. She was taken via ambulance to Albany Medical Center Hospital. A subsequent statement from the agency said it had identified an individual as being in the area of Moreau Lake State Park around the time she went missing. Further investigation led to search of multiple residences where the individual is known. So multiple. This guy's been bouncing around, that's for sure. Okay, he's been definitely bouncing around and stuff. So they kind of started just crossing off each place until they can finally find the right place. A few hours before that notice was issued, a large contingent of state police had gathered at the parking lot of the Saratoga Performing Arts Center off Route 50. Roughly 20 unmarked state vehicles, military-style tactical vehicles, and at least one helicopter was there, along with troopers dressed in camouflage who appeared to be SWAT members. State police blocked off Barrett Road on Monday evening and prevented motorists from entering the residential street. Now, this coincides with a lot of what was going on. I was over at PJ's channel earlier today when all this was starting to come out. And one of the chat groups on Facebook, I had been kind of following the chat group and all that. And someone had been posting that there was this huge law enforcement presence outside of the performing arts location. Hey, butterfly kisses. And everyone was like, no, she hasn't been fed. There was a lot of stuff going back. And that's actually was the start off of the kickoff of all this, because she was found at 6:32 p.m. So all this was, it's amazing to me when you guys look at neighborhoods and how people not only come together to help find the missing person or whatever is going on, but you've got people being able to share information. And that's why police have to be so careful about what they share, gang, to be honest. Governor Kathy Hochul also issued a statement saying she was overjoyed at the news that Charlotte Sena had been located safely this evening after an intense days-long search. Our hearts are with her family as they welcome her home. Oh my God, hopefully, we don't know if she was admitted or not, but hopefully she will be able to sleep in her own bed tonight, or sleep in bed with her parents or something like that to keep, okay, she'll have that security tonight, which is just amazing. He will definitely, yeah, KK, he's going to be in protective custody for his protection, because he is definitely going to be, I would not want to be him, to be honest. I would not be surprised if they put him in isolation at this point. And I really would not be surprised. And so let me go back to this. The arrest was made less than 3 hours after state police said their ongoing search had expanded over 46 linear. There is a, really? Okay, mods, Butterfly Kiss is sharing this. Let me know if we've got a link for that, if anyone can take a look for that. It might be, oh wow, Lone Wolf. I know you've been really researching this today. Vigil had started for her. That's where the applause was. Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen a press conference until tomorrow. What could be happening is there might be a new press release, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that because they've up to now they're just releasing information through press release until the conference tomorrow. I think mostly because the time difference. It's what 10:15. Okay, so they're got to pull all their information together so that they have everything set. So but thank you. Thanks for keeping an eye out though, Butterfly. Thank you. And so because it could be, we don't know if they'll go change their plans. We never know. It was just released either a press or a news release. They said 10:30. Okay, let's keep an eye out. I'll try to keep an eye out also. Mods, I've got my phone near me if you need me. And if we do happen to see something link wise. So because it could be things are moving so quickly on this, we never know what's gonna happen. So um 46 linear miles, 400 certified search and rescue personnel from dozens of federal, state, and local law enforcement. I wonder, I mean, this is the type of response. Yes, we knew this was more of a snatch and grab type situation. Okay. But I think when they come together and you get this full force of a reaction, a response, it makes all the difference in the world. Um, so as we all know, she disappeared Saturday evening. For those of you who I think most of us know, but she had been biking with her friends and family, and then she decided she wanted one more go at it. Okay, after everyone else was done, and it was like a 5-minute circular path type thing. And 10 minutes later, her family's like, wait, she hasn't gotten back yet. Why hasn't she gotten back? So they went out looking for her, probably thinking that she had just stopped along the road or something like that. And next thing you know, no, not at all. So thank you, KK. Thank you so much, KK, for that. On Sat, okay, so yeah, we kind of went through there, and at 6:45, 911 was called. Um, on Monday, they told the Times Union that the investigation was focused on the idea of someone deliberately targeting the girl or her, which sounds like that's exactly what happened. This guy knew her family or knew of her family. Okay, when you're actually, otherwise, how would he have known where they lived to drop off the letter? There's got to be some sort of connection. Thank you, my dear. I'm taking a look at it right now. Sometimes people post things and sometimes they don't. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying right here. Okay, let me I'm going to send this to one of the mods. If you guys can pull anything out of this real quick for me. Let me see. There's actually a Twitter where someone is saying that. So, but again, we never know. Who knows? Let me do this real quick. Uh, okay. There's a status thing. If one of you mods want to post that link, actually, Crystal, I sent it to you because you were the easiest for me to reach at that time. Copy that link into the chat so people can take a look at that real quick. I'm going to actually try to pull that up. 10:30 would be 10 minutes from now. And if there is something, I don't want to miss it. So let me real quickly go in here. Yeah, what is happening is someone posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, that something is going on one of the news sites tonight. So let me just check this. Hey K9, how you doing? Actually, what I'm gonna, let's see. You know what? This could be hmm, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna post this. If one of you guys, I'm gonna post it real quick. I was able to do it real quick. Can take a look at that. Let me know if anyone's seeing anything a little more in depth on that one. I'm not sure if this is just that person saying something. I don't know if this person actually, they are a anchor for the news there, so there may actually be something going on. Boots, how you doing, Boots? How you doing, my dearie? No, hey, Butterfly, I appreciate this. I appreciate this because if there is something, I want to be able to share it with you guys. I truly want to share this with you guys. So don't you ever worry about that. So I'm trying to figure out what channel this would be with. Yeah, what we're seeing, just for those of you who don't see what it is I'm looking at right now, let me share with you guys here. There is actually a news channel saying there is something happening in a bit. Share screen. Okay, here we go. So this is Casey Bortnick, who's one of the anchors for one of the local news channels, is saying, we expect to learn new details about the abduction of Charlotte Sena during a press briefing from New York State Police at 10:30 p.m. tonight. Let me go here. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I've got to track down a link on this. If anyone finds a link, let me know. But it's even, they're even saying something here. Um, So let's see if anyone finds a link, share it with me, let me know so I can kind of help you guys pull that up, because I know all of us have been waiting for this. Sorry, I know we were going to cover. If I do not get to Kelly at some point, I will get to Kelly, but I know this is something very, very important to many of us right now. Let me go to Facebook while we guys are checking that out. Um, Let's see, Facebook. Sorry, Crystal, I was able to figure it out how to pull it over real quick. And no worry, my dear. Let me see, New York Police. Let me try to find their Facebook, because usually I can pull up their stuff. It's just finding the right link for the video. See if anything's being shown here. Governor Hochul. Okay, it's the governor who's going to do it at 10:30. So let me go to the governor's Facebook page. Don't you guys love breaking news? Isn't it like just amazing? And also, okay, let's see. I don't know if she'll be showing it on her channel. Nope, nothing there. I don't know if she's like Hawaii, where Hawaii shows it on their own website or anything. All of us are searching for the same thing right now, aren't we? And I was like, where is it? Where is it? Got to be here somewhere. And let me check Discord, because I know I got a couple of you guys on Discord. So, Lone Wolf, there you go. Let me pull you up for a second. Let me see. Okay, no, that's older. Okay, let's see. Yeah, crazy mama. Thank God she was found. I was so worried about her over the last few minutes. We're all trying to track down. There supposedly is going to be an update. Okay, from Charlotte Sena. Let me actually see if I can go to this channel's page. Maybe they'll have something. Hello, Daydream Ride. Sorry, guys, I'm not doing my normal talking like I normally do. I'm usually got things a lot more down than I do now. Yep, you got it. Yeah, Butterfly, you were right on top of this. Awesome, awesome. Now I just got to find the channel. We'll bring it live to you on, what is this channel's name? Spectrum News 1. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. Let's see. Spectrum News 1 Albany. Let's check if that works. Yeah, crazy mama. We get so tired of how many times we don't get responses like we need. I mean, these families who are being torn apart and everything. Okay, I'm on Spectrum Local News. I'm hoping this is, but I'm not seeing anything. So if anyone else sees it, I'm still here looking around for stuff. Let me see. I'm going to go to Times Union in case they happen to have something popping up there. Yeah, it's really interesting that, okay, let me see if maybe my Facebook peeps are doing anything about this. Anyone else having luck so far finding a link on this? Hello, here she goes. How you doing? And keeping an eye on things here and what's going on. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, KK, it's crazy that I don't see anything, but I'm seeing something on even the New York Police website saying that they're going to do this. So that's what's driving me crazy, is that they're the ones actually stating this. Let me pull this up. Yeah, it's going to be one of those that last minute help us find. Okay, wait. I think I might have something popping up now. Let's see. Yes. Okay. I think we're good. I think I've got something coming together. Let me pull this down. Yeah, Chica. I think that's what I was looking for was the press conference link because Butterfly Kisses tracked down that they were actually doing one after all. Um okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay. So, need music right now. We definitely do not need the music right now. But Accord, we'll kind of keep this up. It's supposed to be in 4 minutes, according to the New York State Police. So we can kind of continue talking about things while you guys got it all showing there. Let me see if I can get you guys. Yes. Great minds can come together on things like this. Yeah, 219 people waiting for it right now. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Thank you. See, guys, this is what a team is all about. I mean, people can pull all these things together. Oh wow. Wow. So this Ross guy actually has family who are also wow, some connections with some not so savory people either. So we'll see what happens. Up to 231 people in there. So let me real quickly. Hey, no problem. Butterfly kisses. Yeah, no, thank you, Butterfly. If you had not shared that with us, none of us would have caught on that it was happening because we've been being told this whole time that there would be nothing. And this probably isn't an informative type thing, to be honest. My thoughts is it's more of a kind of pulling us all together type thing because it's coming from the governor rather than the police. But we don't know. We don't know who's going to be there and also we'll find out. So, but in the meantime, what I can do is one of the stories I'm going to be covering in the near future, and I probably will do a separate live on this at this point, is about the gentleman that you're seeing up in the corner there. And he's from Pahoa, which is on the Big Island, and he has been missing since May. He is a veteran, okay, that was given a Purple Heart, came to Hawaii for a new life to really kind of find himself and kind of go through PTSD issues, things like that. And he's been missing and they've been looking for him. His family has been trying to do everything they can to keep his name out there. So we can share that story actually, whether it's right at the end of this live or separate live, we'll do something. So yes, Chica, come on into the server. We are starting to get a pretty good group of people in the server and do everything from talking the mental health side of things and all that. So, but yeah, as Lone Wolf was just sharing with me, I guess the family, the guy who is actually named in this case actually has family connections to people who have some not too good things in their background involving children and stalking and stuff like that. So thank you, Christola, for sharing that about Kelly. Yeah, Kelly Gravitt is a 34-year-old and who went missing and has not been seen for quite a while. It's an interesting case. There's a lot of things going on with it. There's some things that I'm not going to discuss as much on here, but you can find on the internet about it. So I think this will be the governor's final presser on it to give all the current. Yeah, tomorrow will be the PD. I think you hit that right on right there. That's exactly what I think we're dealing with right there. So, wow, up to 525 people in there now. So hopefully they'll kick off any moment now. It's quite possible that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. No, butterfly kisses. Thank you for checking that because a lot of us were wondering if they would do something today. Okay, just something that we could kind of pull together information. It's been interesting to see how all this came together because the whole idea of are we going to cover Kelly? You know, Christola, I am not sure. It depends how long this press conference lasts. I'd like to cover Kelly tonight. But we'll see what exactly happens with things. Yeah, Chica. That's there is definitely not gonna highlight all those things quite yet, but yeah, he's there's some connections in here that are kind of scary. Um, I think a lot of people had the right idea going in. I don't know how many of you guys have seen this guy on Facebook and all, but whoa, whoa. I mean, it was interesting I saw in this case while following it. I don't know how many of you guys put a one in chat if you try to track current events on these cases over on Facebook or things like that. I did that a little bit more than normal this time because I usually try to pull together just the facts rather than the kind of discussion, what happened here and all that. I try to stay out of that as much as possible. One. There's the ones. Okay. So you guys saw how many people were trying to talk and point fingers at other people. I mean, the people who took advantage of a little girl's disappearance. Pretty much that's what they did. They took advantage, truly sick people taking advantage of a little girl's disappearance to get even with friends, to get even with people they're mad at. To, I think this is the guy who actually said he was going to run for governor, if I remember right. Tell me if I'm incorrect on that. Um, yep, the suspect. Okay, so that was convicted for. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share it because that actually is making the news now. That is making the news. His background and criminal history is terrifying. Yeah. And that's what scares me. You wonder how the connection, and guys, this is a different live than I'm used to doing, but what the connections have been like. I'm going to real quickly just refresh this just to make sure nothing else has started without us knowing. And all because we are at 4:32. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, not yet. Yeah, he just you wonder how the connection because from the beginning, I think a lot of us, I know Seal and I were talking about this, a couple people over on Sleuth's Discord, had someone been watching them. That's what I actually thought. I thought it was probably full force stranger who had watched a bunch of kids who were at the park, at the campgrounds. And when they saw it, it was a attack of opportunity type thing. And but it's really starting to look like he knew these people. And yeah, canine. Yeah, it seems like that they live fairly close to each other. And for him to, you think he was watching their house? KK, that's a possibility. I could actually definitely see that. And poor Christola. Christola has all her own kiddos to deal with every moment of the day. And also, yeah, you got to watch on kind of pick and choose where you put your energy when you've got, because your kids are your number one. And also, I definitely, yeah, I could see he was watching. He knew the house somehow. That's for sure. He definitely knew the house somehow. It's interesting that well, we can definitely tell from looking at videos of him and all that, he's not totally put together. Okay, he's not together all the way. And to think that he could get away with something like he had done. That's what I'm thinking, K9. He probably had prior contact with her. He lived Biddy. Okay, Barrett Road and Milton. Thank you. Thank you, KK. So yeah, there's definitely close enough that they're watching each other and stuff like that. Plus that performing arts center you're talking about, it's closed right now, I noticed. But it looks like an area where a lot of community would come together. You know how all of us, our communities have those little centers where kids can come and they're part of programs and stuff like that. I don't know about Charlotte, but I could see that maybe she was part of programs like that and he could have seen something. I don't know if there was anything involved with him and working there or anything. I hope not. Okay, we're at 1.1 thousand people sitting there waiting for the governor to speak. Should be popping up fairly soon. So, cup number 2 of coffee is done for the day. Moving on to water. And also, yeah, everyone's really wanting to know. Yeah, I really, because so many people we were looking at how close it was to the highway. What, Cassie? What do you want? You want to say hi to everyone? Hello, everyone. Yes. And I'll shoot. They were so close to the highway, and the fear was that if it had been that attack of opportunity, so many things happen. It's a great. We talked about this the other day, and actually, I'll mention this as we're waiting on this. Um, those of you with parents, okay, we talked about this. I think it was 2 weeks ago about putting things like air tags and stuff like that in your kid's backpack and their jacket, things like that. Yeah, even if it's a jacket that you have to open up and close up certain areas and all while you wash it, it would be worth putting things like air tags. Okay, we have so many possibilities out there now that they're not going to be 100% foolproof, but it gives you one extra way of protecting your children. Okay, someone was talking about putting certain types of tags they make that you can do with their tennis shoes now. And so I was kind of trying to follow that, and it was really, really um, oh, yes, butterfly kisses. I'm trying to keep an eye. As soon as it goes, I'm actually going to unmute it as soon as I didn't unmute it because they're playing music right now. And I never know. YouTube likes to do things about music for some reason. So, but thank you. I will definitely let me know if anyone sees something and I'm just talking and don't say anything. Air tags. Yes, Chica. Yes, Chica, air tags. And so, yep, Kay, I was so worried about that interstate and what direction it might go or things like that. So, but there are those of you I know, Sleuth and I have talked about. How many of you guys have ever gone and watched the streams that, let's see, there were a bunch of us who were doing them at the time. It was Sleuth, me, PJ, Burden. We were at Savage. We're doing about internet safety for your children. Put a one in chat if you've ever looked at that stream. It was a bunch of different streams we did. Actually, I think it was like 4 or 5 of them, actually. It's something I've actually been thinking I kind of need to revisit and all, because it's been probably about a year since we've done it. And we had some really good information coming up in there about protecting your children from the from games, from people talking on chats. Here we go. There we go. Got some number ones. Yes. Yes. Thank you guys for watching that. To me, out of all the streams I've ever been part of doing, that's one of the series I'm probably most proud of because of the fact that it's something that helps all of us, any of us, whether we have a child who might be in danger, or in my case, my mom. My mom has people who get into fishing and stuff like that. And the internet is dangerous if you don't know what you're looking out for. So, yeah, please go take a look at that. If you haven't looked at it, there was a lot of great things. There was a wonderful website. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head that actually went through and showed you all of the different websites that kids like to use. Okay, and told you exactly worry about this one for this or worry about that for that. Um, and all these different things, your PlayStation, how to set up your kids' PlayStation or Switch or things like that for parental guidance, because a lot of parents, they don't know how to do these things. And so let's see what we got here going in chat here. Oh, are we talking about this guy and whether or not because wasn't this guy actually, I know one of them was actually, oh my God, I'm gonna kill these dogs. With rehabilitation and all. Okay, yeah. You know, I don't know. It's one of those things that a lot of people have different thoughts on. And I think definitely at an age like he is now, no, no, not at all. We also know, okay, that people will do things. They most likely, if they've made a mistake, not made a mistake, if they effed up like that before, it's something in them. And no matter what, they need the help. They need the help. Okay. I'm not going to get into the whole idea of forgiveness and all that, but I do think they need help. We need to be looking at what can be done. okay, try to help out with situations like that because it's interesting to look at a lot of things. Is there genetic connections to things? Is there it's definitely how you're raised, especially in this case. It looks like this person has other family members who have kind of gone down some of the same routes. And if that holds up, is that nature versus nurture? Get into that whole discussion. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. No, I get you. I get you, Canine. I get you. Statistics show they offend 100 times more before they are caught. And that's the thing. How do we protect our children? Okay, how do we protect our children? What can we do to protect our child, okay, who is out there? They need to be able to enjoy their lives. Okay, you guys remember what it used to be like? And these people have always been there. They've always been there. We're hearing about it more. And I don't know if we're hearing about it more because people speak up more. I don't know. What's your guys' thought? Why do you guys think, while we're waiting on the governor to decide to start talking to us, what do you guys think is the reason why these things are being we're hearing more about these things? Okay, do you think it's because people are speaking up more? Is it happening more? Is it just okay, we're hearing about it because we have the internet and it's everywhere now? Okay, back in the say 1800s, you didn't have worldwide news sharing stories from place to place to place. Um, and Lone Wolf. That's see, and that's the reason why, guys, I never, and this is hard for me as a survivor myself. It's hard for me. Um, I can't ever see anything from a black or white point of view. I try to stay somewhere in the center because I do know nothing is 100%. Nothing 0%. Okay. You think it's more exposure. I agree. I think actually if you look at how children are raised and the way oh, looks like we're coming up with something. Okay. That saved me. Let's see. Let me know about the volume. I'm hoping they'll have that set up. Seems a little soft. I have
Good evening.
her.
This is a very good day.
That's as high as I can get it,
It's been a
game.
long
Sorry.
2 days, but tonight our prayers have been answered. We're overcome with relief and gratitude for this gift to all of us. And it is the people standing here with me that remind me why I'm so proud to be the governor of this state. Incredible men and women who were relentless in their pursuit of finding this little girl. Yesterday, I held Charlotte's parents in my arms. David and Trish, I went to the campsite. I saw the place that she had just been a joyful little girl the day before, riding her bike because I was on the road she rode her bike on, saw where she left it. And her parents were just so overcome with sadness and grief. And as a parent, I thought my own heart was breaking. And I said to them, I promise you this, we will bring Charlotte home to you. And as each hour went on, hope faded because we all know the stories. The first 24 hours, there's hope. But when you hit 48 hours, hope starts to wane. But when Charlotte disappeared in Monroe State Park, it was every parent's worst nightmare. But I knew I would be able to have assembled the team of individuals who would not stop. And I want to thank at this moment the individuals gathered here tonight and all the men and women across this state that they represent. And the FBI brought in their specialized trained individuals all the way from Washington to help with this search. But I want to thank Deputy Superintendent Richard Allen, Lieutenant Colonel James Barnes, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Mazzone, Major Dennis Shager, for their work, the New York State Park Police, Colonel Michael Dodona, the Office of Parks and Historic Preservation, Chief of Staff Randy Simons, Saratoga County Sheriff's Department, Lieutenant Jeffrey O'Connor, the Schenectady County Sheriff's Office, represented by the Schenectady Police Department, Police Department of Schenectady, Detective Sergeant Bradley Carlton, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Acting Agent in Charge, Alfred Watson, who I met yesterday on site, New York State Department of Corrections and Community Services, Acting Commissioner Daniel Marticello, New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Forest Rangers, Basil Sagos. As I mentioned, when you hit that 48-hour moment, you realize it's going to be tough. And you start thinking the worst. But what happened was extraordinary. The case started to break at 4:20 a.m. this morning, when the family's home that was being guarded by state police, when the parents were still starting another day at the campsite where they'd last seen their daughter. 4:20 a.m. The car pulls up to a mailbox. Something is left. State police immediately go to the mailbox and identify what is a ransom note that had been left behind for Charlotte. State police worked diligently trying to find a match for a fingerprint. First one tried and wasn't successful. Second one was to identify any other prints in the New York State database that would be a match. The hit came at 2:30 in the afternoon. There had been a DWI in 1999 in the city of Saratoga. A fingerprint was found that matched what was found on the ransom note. So,
Wow.
a little more research work to identify the location and identifying the fact that there was a home they could visit. They found a double wide house with a woman, the suspect's mother. The suspect lived in the camper behind. They have what they call a dynamic entry, a tactical maneuver, and within the camper, they located the suspect. After some resistance, the suspect was taken into custody, and immediately the little girl was found in a cabinet, cupboard. She was rescued, and she knew she was being rescued. She knew that she was in safe hands. Her parents were immediately notified. This occurred at 6:32 this evening. The suspect, 47-year-old male named Craig Nelson Ross Jr., is still being questioned. At this moment, charges have not been brought, but they are fully expected. Her daughter was transported to local hospital, as is customary. And that's all the family wishes to reveal at this time. But they are united. She is in good hands. She appeared to be outwardly physically unharmed at the time.
Wow. Wow.
But we'll leave the rest of this information about little Charlotte to her family at a time they deem appropriate. Often these stories don't end up like this. Every second is key. There's a lot of pressure. Split decisions are made. Because not just a life is hanging in the balance, but a little innocent child's life is hanging in the balance. So to the teams behind me, you work quickly. You work with great urgency. You put it together, the puzzle pieces. You're able to track down the location of Charlotte through technology. But ultimately, it was the two SWAT teams, one federal, one state, that landed in helicopters in Boston Spa to rescue Charlotte. Still pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
because all of us feared the worst. But I promise Trish and Dave, they be reunited with little Charlotte once again, and she see her two sisters, one 10, one 4 years old. And obviously it's a traumatic event for the family and certainly Charlotte. And we'll continue to keep this family in our prayers as they heal. But she'll be going home. That's the story. Charlotte will be going home. That's all I have to say on the details. Certainly there'll be many more coming out with respect to the suspect and how that case will proceed. But I want to thank the media for their intense interest and the 400 volunteers who would not give up, for 400 individuals from law enforcement, fire departments, city, county, state, and federal. It was an awesome sight to witness up at the state park yesterday. Everyone doing their job, but also there are a lot of parents out there among the ranks, and everybody thinks, if it was my child, I would want everybody under the sun looking for them. And that's what this team did. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You brought Charlotte home. Any questions?
What were Schenectady agencies involved in this case?
Charlotte's uncle was a member of the police department in Schenectady, I understand. If that's not correct.
Oh,
correct,
okay.
Fire department.
Was the suspect known to the family?
It has not been determined that the suspect was known to the family.
Who's that?
Was Charlotte randomly targeted, or did he know?
That is what will be revealed after more extensive questioning. The vehicle registered to the suspect, the address in the database was 2 miles from Charlotte's home, but it is not known at this time
So
whether
close.
he knew her or had her under surveillance for any length of time.
Sean. Governor, can you say, you said a letter was delivered. Was it delivered by mail carrier or was it delivered by a third party? Do you have that information at this point?
It appears that it was by the suspect himself, that he literally drove up to the family's mailbox, assuming they were not home. 4:20 in the morning, opens the mailbox and inserts the ransom note, leaving
Wow.
a critical piece of evidence behind,
Yep.
his own fingerprint.
And I would assume the car details were also taken into consideration at that point.
There was it happened very quickly. Obviously, it's dark, it's 4:20 in the morning, so it's hard to get a description of the vehicle. But there was some sense of the type of vehicle at the time when they left. So as they're piecing together all the evidence, it came together when they did the fingerprint match. It leads you to a name, it can lead you to a vehicle, and that's why we know that he had a home. His mother's home is where he was found. Again, double wide trailer, mother lives there, double wide home. He lives in a camper in the back, or at least he was there, but he also had his name was registered to a vehicle, and the address was a home 2 miles from where Charlotte lived.
And this just came out of nowhere. He just showed up at 4:30 in the morning.
Apparently so.
That's what I understand.
Have you spoken to Charlotte at all, or Charlotte's family, since she's been found?
I've made a number of inquiries to the family. This is a traumatic time for them as they're going through, her health, taking care of her health right now. And I'll be speaking to the parents soon, as soon as I can.
You said there was some resistance with the suspect. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
When we made the dynamic entry into the residence, he did give our SWOT operators, our SWAT people, some resistance in there. He was taken into custody. He did suffer some very minor injuries, but it was relatively minor, nothing big on the scuffle.
Great, thanks, everybody.
I just want to say there's still a lot of searches underway. The home that he was registered to, a lot of information, and so you want to make sure that he's not connected with any other cases.
Other people.
So that's
Yep.
why it's still an ongoing investigation. But at this time, there's no evidence of that.
At the end of the search, what was the extent of the search in terms of the scope area that investigators, searchers were looking at?
I'll let you answer, Caroline, but,
Are you asking about at the
Miss-
park?
six-
Or-
The scope beyond the park, I've heard reports that it was beyond the park as well.
The original scope of the ground search was within the park. The information we received that took us to Ballston Spa was obviously outside the park. We had no ground search operations going on outside the park other than leads we were running down that we were developing throughout the 2 days.
Great, thank you.
Where's the letter say?
We're not gonna disclose that.
From this massive search? What were some of the biggest takeaways from this search? Now that
Good.
it's wrapped up.
I would say the biggest thing is you look at all these people behind us, it's cooperation of all the agencies. We don't work in silos. We have to work together to accomplish something like this. And you can never be too careful with your kids. Pay attention to where they're at, what they're doing. Things can happen in an instant. Charlotte was no more than probably 2/10 of a mile from where she was camping in a small area, and she was gone for her to ride her bike around that loop would take her about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So you think they're safe doing that at 9 years old, but you just got to be cognizant and be paying attention to things around you, your surroundings all the time. These things happen in a hurry, and unfortunately today this ended in the right way.
Will there be
Any idea on the motive?
will there be any security protocols moving forward?
We'll be doing the after-action report to identify any areas where the state parks can make any improvements. But obviously, this is a very random incident, and basically anyone who comes in and out of that park will have come through a certain entryway. Their name is, they purchase a ticket. You have their name in a database, so that is why that's also helpful to identify who's in the park. So that's also in a sense a security measure, because we always know who's in the park.
Did the suspect enter through the main gate?
We don't have any, we don't know how many games.
Two helicopters, was the arrest affected by the helicopters or was the ground?
The arrest wasn't done by helicopter because of the seriousness of this incident. We brought in sword operators from throughout the state, and to expedite this, because obviously it was very time sensitive, we flew about 10 of our sword operators from downstate to be here to help with this entry. We normally operate about 6 or 8 people on a team. We had probably 20 sword operators make this entry with an FBI regional SWAT team.
Tell them what the sword stands for.
What SORT stands for is our Special Operations Response Team. They are like most agencies have a SWAT team. We do that type of thing with our SORT operators. They're full-time in that capacity, but they also do other things that normal SWAT teams don't do. We respond to high-angle rescue and different things with that team. They're a highly trained, highly capable unit that we use for just this type of thing. This is what they train for. This is what they live for, is to make entries like this and save someone's life.
All right, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
I have 2 questions. Is this going to affect how Amber Alerts are sent out? Because was there a delay this time? Because a lot of people are asking about that. Is the park back open tomorrow?
We'll have to get back to you on that. I would assume it'll probably be back open, but
We need federal Amber Alerts. Okay, looks like they're
when we have more information, we'll have updates on our website.
Okay.
On our visual.
they're not going to answer any further. I can tell. Oh well, maybe.
Probably not. We'll let you know. Something if we have more information.
Okay.
It's an ongoing active investigation. We have a lot of work to do.
I love how they're at least keeping us up to date.
They were in the area. They were not able to get the vehicle. There was some suspicious activity, and we were able to.
Right, PJ.
Where was the camper in relation to the family?
Right behind the house.
Was he a registered sex offender?
He is not.
Oh, I thought he was. Okay. Wow, guys. Wow. Okay, that looks like that is it. Hello, Tim. How you doing? So the rundown here of everything that we just heard for anyone who came in the middle of this. All of this stuff started at about 4:20 this morning. At 4:20 this morning, a vehicle pulled up to Charlotte's family home, and a camera that was set up behind her house, okay, aiming in the direction, caught the vehicle coming up. So police came over and checked what they had left, and they had left the good old ransom note. They started trying to do fingerprinting on it. The first set of fingerprints came back without anything. However, the second time there was a set of fingerprints at around 2:30 in the afternoon today, it came back with a in connection with a DWI from the past. That one DWI right there. They were able to find him. They started tracking him down, was able to find out where he, check all his, because I guess there were multiple locations he lived in. And they finally tracked down the one area, went into the trailer, I guess, and they had a little tuffle. He wasn't hurt that bad, and all, but he was arrested, and Charlotte was found in a cabinet. And all. So, yeah, sounds like to me, let me go back to comments because I'm looking at things. He was not on a SO list. He was not a sexual offender list. So that isn't, yeah. How is he not with his criminal record? It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to look at other information as it comes together and see what we get. Okay, Cassie, I know you just want to be here with me. I thought he was too. That's what's throwing me off. And that's one reason why I'm always so careful, because in fact, I'll be honest with you, when I was talking with one of the other mods, we were thinking it was someone else initially. And so that's why it's always so, you got to be so careful with these. That's what I'm wondering, B-Tim. In fact, I'm kind of hoping that would be the best case scenario if this was financially motivated, because that means there's none of the SO side of things, no SA involved or anything like that, which would be, oh my God, so much better for everything. You are welcome, PJ. You are welcome. And PJ, I hung out with PJ all for guys. If you want to see as things were starting to break open, head over to PJ's, because she really did a great job with all this today. In fact, I guarantee you she would have been live if it hadn't been for the fact that this all kind of started coming up during Missing Mondays. There's PJ's channel. Please go sub to her if you're not. No problem, PJ. It's always the fun. Okay, YouTube's been doing some weird things with memberships too lately, so no worries whatsoever. And so, yeah, I'm really hoping this was financially motivated, because, oh gosh, it would make me so much better. But yeah, living as close as they did, even if they didn't know, you know what? One second, I'm going to take down this picture for right now because I don't want people to confuse our missing person with the suspect. Sorry, I should have done that earlier. I did not notice it till now. And but yeah, it's really, could they have known each other? Could he have just known of the family? That's the other thing. Could they have just known of the family? That's a very, very big possibility. And I'm hoping that's what it was. Because it was, oh gosh, yes, no matter what, she will have healing to do. Her whole family will have healing to do. Okay, but maybe if it was something financial, at least it's one less thing for us to have to. But police will deal with that. The family is asking for a little privacy for now until they're ready to talk, and they deserve every bit of that. We need to respect that. So, yeah, there's a lot. I've got to look back into his, because I thought there was a lot more than what they're talking about right now. And could have been stalking, could have been watching her. It is interesting, the timing, because what was he doing up there unless he was stalking and was planning on it and followed them up there or something like that? Otherwise, why would he have been in that location? A lot of questions there that need to be. Yeah, family needs that. We need to give it to them. Yes, it's something that a lot of us are going to wonder about and stuff, because it's a fear everyone has. So, and they need the support. I mean, those of us who've followed, I mean, we all still hear family. In fact, I was just talking with one of the family members, the mother of one of the cases from a few weeks ago, Crumb Dread. Sorry sorry. And the musician, remember the case about the musician a few weeks ago? They have turned his case, they still have not found him, but they have turned the case into a homicide case. And she is still trying to make sure that he gets the justice he deserves. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Yeah, butterfly kisses. It's all your fault. All your fault that I went from this to that. And, I really appreciate you doing that. And I know, I bet you felt, because we're all like, no, it can't be. It can't be. No way. And then now all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, there was a press conference. Hey, Daisy May. Hey, welcome, my dear. And so I could just all of a sudden, yeah, poor butterfly was probably like, oh my gosh, I just totally gave false info. And nope, that was it. Yeah, there's a lot of people getting names mixed up in cases. And this is, okay, like I said, as soon as things started popping up, people were, okay, like, and I'm not even going to go into the other, because there were a lot of names going on, and everyone was going down the SO direction, looking for offenders on that level. So, Chica, you've got a Maltese? Oh, yes, I got 3. And they're all related. I got Mama sleeping on the floor there, and I literally have one behind each of my, yeah, my back. And I've got the little boy here and the little girl here. So, and also, let's see, what is it? Please show. Sorry, who's live one? Oh, okay. Let me see if I can pull up the one that. Are you talking about the person with the homicide, or PJ? Just clarify for me. Yes, Daisy May. If you go back, it ended about 5-10 minutes ago, and it lasted. How long would you guys say? About 20 minutes, maybe 15-20 minutes. And also, it was supposed to start 35 minutes ago. It was about 10 minutes late. So we'll see how that, yeah. Oh, Louisiana girl, that case, actually, if you can, because you guys know I usually cover more on the missing, but there's, I'll even connect with you on something. Oh, the aunt's message in Discord. Okay, got it. Let me go over to Discord real quick. And so, let's see here. Sorry, gang, heading on over here. Over on yours. Sorry, PJ. I'm kind of lost right now. Who's live section? Oh, the who's live section. Got it. And so I see. Perfect. Let me pull that up. Yeah, I know she had family who were really kind of helping. It'll take me a second because my computer's being slow. And so let's see. So it looks like a little comment that she put up. Let me get rid of this real quickly so that doesn't show. Let me pull this up real quickly. So this is coming from her aunt. I have too many windows. I need a second screen. That's what I need, is 2 screens. Plain and simple. Actually, let me do it this way. Of course, now I have so many freaking screens open that it doesn't want to show up the right screens. I'm going to actually just do it this way. Sorry, I'm going to... Yeah, I'll just do it this way. Okay, here we go. So this is coming from her auntie. Okay, thank you, God, and the FBI, New York State Police, and all the multiple agencies, friends, family, volunteers, community members who work tirelessly to bring Charlotte home. God is good. And yes, God is so good. I mean, all of this stuff coming together is just, so happy about this. So, and yeah, too crazy mama. Yeah, I actually am working off of a laptop. I need to get me a desktop and multiple screens and all that. You would think I'm a gamer. You would think I have those things. No. And so, yeah, it is so amazing. Canine Loco Cantina this week. Yes, I think so. And I'm sorry for missing Cantina last week. I was literally sick as a dog. I was out of it completely, but I'm back. And yeah, PJ, doesn't it make a difference? I used to always have laptops, I mean desktops, but I'm just like, come on. Okay, now luckily my laptop is a gaming laptop, so it has a little fair amount of power behind it. But I need a desk because my desk is literally that big. That's my desk. So yeah, I need a good setup. Hey guys, question. Trying to figure this out right now. We're at an hour and 10 minutes. I'm trying to figure out how many of you guys would like me to continue talking about who I was going to talk about today versus do a different live on a different day. Put a 1 in chat if you guys are cool with me going on and talking about our missing Mondays for today. I'm not sure. I know a lot of us tend to hang out for about an hour and then it gets a little tiring. Unless you're into the full 6-7 hour type lives. But if you guys are cool talking about more, I can continue on and talk about our other case. Oh, there's a message from Charlotte's mom too. Is that another one? Or let me check real quick. Yeah, that's the one. Jean. Oh, was it mom? Not auntie. Okay, got it. Yeah, that was the one we just shared. So that was good. Does anyone know how many people this monster was staying with in his trailer? And if that Kate is really, really good question, actually. That'd be interesting to find out. Did anyone know? Did anyone know it was just them? So that, we will have to figure that one out. And so, oh, it was mom's statement. Okay, so what we just shared was mom's statement, not auntie's. Sorry about that, Ing. Okay, we can continue talking about if things pop up that you guys want to mention about Charlotte, we can. But same point. I want some more info via mod chat. Okay, got it. Yeah, LG. Well, we can talk about this one too. If you guys would rather talk about Charlotte a little longer, we can do that too. I mean, literally, I had planned on talking about Charlotte today, and then when all this changed, I decided to. It is, you mixed up mom. It's no problem, my dear. Hey, in Hawaii, mom, auntie, all that stuff kind of gets mixed up all the time. Anyhow. And so, oh my God, never fails. So let me real quickly. Oh my God, I got too many windows open right now. Way too many windows open right now. Yeah, PJ, need to wake up. Come on. Is it supposed to be like nighttime or something like that? Still sun out. I got the sun out and all that. So, okay, let me just move this over here real quickly. And then we can, I know, see, that's the thing. My time to you guys is so late. My time is always messed up compared to your guys. So, and let's see. Why won't I? Okay, now I can make this bigger. There we go. There we go. So, okay, let's see what we got here. Jeannie is the aunt. Okay, I was trying to remember mom and dad's name because I had read it before, but I couldn't remember off the top of my head. So thank you, KK. Thank you guys. So big time, big time. So, hey, no problem, butterfly kisses. And so thank you for helping us with that. Trisha's mom. That's it. Trisha's mom. Sorry. I'm getting old. I'm getting freaking old, guys. What can I say? So, okay, let's see. I'm going to go back to this and we're going to do a little bit of talking. Okay, because I do want to share this case, gang. I've been thinking about covering for literally, oh gosh, I think first time I heard about it was June or July. And I was been trying to gather more information and stuff about him. And that is the guy that you're seeing right there. Okay, he is ex-military. And he left the military, was going through a lot of what a lot of people do, PTSD. Okay, his father actually left a comment on their GoFundMe, actually saying that he's a veteran and Purple Heart recipient. He was severely injured while serving his country, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. He had his ups and his downs with mental and physical health since he returned from the war. As part of his healing journey, he moved to Hawaii to find himself, find peace and community, and he did. Kelly told me how much his love and belonging he found in Pahoa and the communities there. He's a beautiful soul with a huge heart, and his family and friends miss him dearly and are searching the best we can. That's a message by his dad. And I've been following this case for, like I said, quite a while. One of the things that connects, and we're going to hear a little bit about it, is the neighborhood he ended up in. Not Pahoa itself, but the actual neighborhood is an area where there's a lot of mental health illnesses going on and stuff. And due to that, there's been a lot of people saying, oh, this happened because of this, and oh yeah, I'm going to get even with that. There's literally a video out there where people were threatening people and stuff. So I've been kind of holding off on this for a while so I could really gather enough information for him. So let me start here. Let me just real quickly make sure I'm not closing the wrong area. No, I'm not. I do not want to close the wrong set of things. Out of chat but listening. You got it, LG, no problem. So let me change over my tabs real quickly. Sorry, gang. This takes an extra little second or two. Share screen. KHON. Here we go. Okay. So this is one of the last videos that was put out in July when they were trying to get the word out about him. So just to give you a little bit of an idea before we go into his case. And this one won't take as long because there's not tons of information. But the family is still looking out there. And what is worrying me is there's currently a reward out for information that leads to him, but that reward will expire in October 31st. So you really need to get information down as soon as possible. And
Well, a veteran has been missing on Hawaii Island for more than 3 months. KITV4's Chloe Markley spoke with the missing man's father, who's asking for the community to help find his son.
Kelly Gravitt, a 34-year-old Purple Heart veteran, has been missing on Hawaii Island since May 12th. His father, Jeff Gravitt, says he is heartbroken, but not giving up hope.
It's a nightmare I live every day and stuff. It's one that you can't wake up from. And, it's kind of like the ocean. It's a constant tide of emotion and grief.
Gravitt was last seen in Pahoa at Lahiki Ola Kava Bar. He has blue eyes, brown hair, is 5'10" and 170 pounds. Jeff is offering a $10,000 reward to the person who finds his son.
I'd almost go out of my body just for my son and be his dad and not be myself, so to speak, to keep this, to find him. One way or another, I want to find him.
Jeff shared a video with KITV4 showing all the awards his son has received for his service in the military. He says his son has a big heart and was very popular amongst the Pahoa community.
I'm running into people like, hey, Kelly gave me this shirt. In fact, Kelly gave me this hat. In fact, I didn't have any money and Kelly bought me lunch, because they really heard a lot of good things and everybody knew him.
If you have any leads, you are asked to call the Hawaii Police Department at 808-961-8300. Chloe Markley, KITV4 Island News.
okay. So that's Kelly. And as they mentioned here, let me pull this up now. And there's a lot of phone numbers you can contact for information for him. But so as they mentioned, Kelly actually did go missing from Pahoa. He's from the mainland. And as his dad mentioned, he was going through a lot, coming back from war. Okay, injured, Purple Heart recipient, dealing with PTSD, I suspect, as well as other things. Awesome, Christola. Thank you. He decided to move to Hawaii, kind of like what I was mentioning before when we were talking about Maui gang. You might remember I was saying a lot of people will come to Hawaii to find themselves, to kind of recenter. I've had a lot of friends that I've known in my life who literally came to Hawaii because they wanted to recenter. And he came out to this area, and found a place he belonged. Okay, he found a place he belonged, but he was dealing with a lot of different things going on. And during this time, okay, he was last seen on May 12th. That's the last time anyone saw him. On May 12th, I've seen both the place they mentioned there as well as the Black Lava Vape Shop. I've seen both places mentioned. However, he wasn't officially, I guess, reported until around May 19th. And the main reason for that is his birthday. And as most adults know, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people, they just contact their family once every week or something like that, or even longer. Well, his birthday was the 19th, and that came and went, and they still had not spoken with him. Okay. You crazy mama, you have, our families, military has a huge, my dad was in the military before all the wars, Gulf, all those things started up. And the military then versus now is so different because people are coming back. It's not only the service member who has had to go through war and go through all of the thoughts of, okay, potentially hurting someone, fearing for their life, things like that. There's also the fears for the family. You've got a generation of children, of significant others who are always worried, is my mom or dad going to survive? Is my husband, okay, or wife going to survive? And that's what's going on with these things. Now, KK, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the picture on the right. Okay, what is going? Oh, the picture on the right. No problem, my dear. No problem. That looks like a time, and I kind of left that in because of the tattoos there. It is another head. And I was trying to look, it looked like he was getting shaved or maybe a tattoo. They were doing the tattoo at the time. That's where I'm thinking it was more. It's one or the other. I'm not quite sure which one. I love you, JJ. I love you. Yes, it's another head. It is another head. And also, and actually, I don't know, that looked like kind of tribal tattoo. And he does have tons of tattoos, by the way. And that's why I put so many of the pictures in. I love you, girl. Oh my God, I love you. I love you. I needed that at this time. So, and also, but you can't look at him. He's smiling. In every picture, he looks like he's so full of life, so smiling, so energetic. Okay, going out. Let me pull up to the next set of pictures. Okay, sorry, I put this slideshow together a lot quicker than normally. And also, I did not get, he is handsome. I mean, if you go back to the picture, his picture as active duty, okay, it looks so different. And KK has a crush now. Okay, I can see that right now, my dear. And but no, he does. Look at the smile he has on all this. But you can see from the different pictures. Okay, you've got the one of him in the bottom right where he's out. Okay, at the ocean. Okay, you can see the tattoos from pretty much chest up. Okay, I love the picture of him and his little dog, the little Chihuahua there. That's my favorite there. Okay, little things that he got. Okay, you notice on the one with the beard, the little flower in the middle of the beard and stuff. So you totally can see this guy who seems very happy-go-lucky, but he is fighting his own demons. And that connected to his disappearance? We don't know. It could be something like that. It could be he went out hiking and disappeared. It could be something more foul play connected. There's a lot of rumors going on. Yeah, he looks like he has one of those hearts that I love the heart that I see in this. Okay. I don't want to say hippie per se, but I kind of get that. KK, oh my God. KK, what are you drinking? She's this is a side of KK I haven't seen other than at cantina time. So I love you, girl. Oh my God, I adore you, KK. And so and we need to, hey guys, when you're dealing with all these things, you got to do this stuff. So you got to have fun. But what did happen, and I am going to switch over real quick to one other news story. Let me come here and pull this up. This came out of the Hawaii Tribune Herald, and it kind of gives us a little bit more information about what's going on because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of missing people on the Big Island. So this was back in July. You haven't slept in 5 days. Okay, that makes sense, KK. Now that makes sense. And also, so this was back, and just to show you guys, so here's another close up of him, and also, I think those are the only two pictures they have. Yeah, those are the only two pictures. So. But just to kind of give the Big Island a little bit of time to focus because it is the largest island that we have, but it also has a lot of things going on in it. So there are currently 25 open missing person cases involving the Big Island. Okay, now this was back in July. Okay, they reported that 9 people remain missing from 2021, 9 from 2022, and so far in 2023, as of July, 7 people are missing. Now, some of these are probably runaways and stuff like that, but there are some concerns about some other things going on here too. So I think there's some people that just don't want to be found. There's some people that end up leaving the island. Some of them are just missing for several days or a week, and then they're located, says Captain Rio Amon Wilkins, noting that cases can be challenging the longer the time goes on. A lot of times they're reported to police when they haven't been heard from or seen in quite a long time. And that's something we see quite often because if someone disappears, Lahaina is one of the concerns. Someone disappeared and they've been gone for 6 months and family go connecting, and now all of a sudden they realize that they're missing. We don't know where the connections are. At least 12 of the 25 missing people were last seen in the East Hawaii region, mainly in Puna, Pahoa, Keau, and Hilo. So that's all. East side is a little wetter side, not as dry as the other side. Hilo is kind of like the main location, kind of, you wouldn't quite, maybe like the capital of the island. If you're going to say there's a capital, there is no capital, but gives you an idea. There you go, KK. And in this case, tattoos can be covered up. Hair can be shaved, all sorts. Crazy Mama, good night, my dear, and thank you so much for joining in, my dear. There's a lot of remote areas in Puna. For some of the people that go off radar end up getting reported missing, sometimes we just aren't able to locate them and contact them for quite some time. Based on the ages of the missing provided by police, most are in their 30s and 40s at the time of disappearance. For that many people, excluding tourists to go missing is crazy. Okay, according to the father. Now, Kelly is a Purple Heart recipient who was last seen at the Black Lava Vape Shop in Pahoa. Let me do one other thing real quickly. I wanted to share this with y'all, and I forgot to pull up Google Earth. So, because I do want to share with you guys where Pahoa is. So let me go back to this while that's loading. I've had other mothers reach out to me with missing sons, daughters, reach out to me with, who had a missing person who's going through this. She said, this isn't a race, it's a marathon, and the marathons are long, painful, grueling, and that's the way it is. And she's right. It's been that way for me, and it's been just over a couple months. At this time, they were offering $10,000. It's now at $20,000. And like I said, there is an expiration date. I don't know if that will be extended, but I noticed that while I was making the posters that I do, that there is an expiration date. HPD on Thursday also renewed its request for public assistance in locating Gravitt, but does not have any viable leads to the case right now. Jeff Gravitt said that there are several rumors regarding his son's disappearance. He also said he has received video, audio recordings, and text messages that indicate a possible connection to Cinderland, a self-described eco-village roughly 20 miles southeast of Hilo. This is, the Cinderland connection is probably one of the things I was kind of not sure how far that connection went. And I'm not going to go too much into the Cinderland bit, but they state it very well actually here about Cinderland and what it is. Jeff Gravitt said he has been working with HPD and shared the pieces of information with detectives, but the police officer stated they did not provide anything substantial. Now, we don't know why that is. Is it because of mental health issues going on in the area? Is it because of anything? Let your mind go crazy on that. Quote, we've had some cases where that was one of the areas where we went to follow up on possible leads. But I don't think there's anything I can say, any connection between Cinderland and these missing persons. Several families also mentioned the possibility of the FBI getting involved in certain missing persons cases. They haven't shared what the bigger picture is, and that's okay, because I'm thinking they don't want to jeopardize it. Said Jay Bishop, whose father, William Bishop, has been missing since January. But that might be where the FBI would actually show interest in getting involved. Ammon Wilkins said in his experience, HPD has not had the FBI assist them on missing persons cases. We have reached out to them in certain instances, but generally it hasn't met whatever their criteria is. As a state, Hawaii ranked 8th in the nation in 2019 for having the most missing people per capita, which just amazed me. I did not know we were that high. Having 7.5 missing people for every 100,000 residents. According to NamUs and National Missing Identified Person Systems, there are 235 missing people in the state as of July this year. It just seems like the problem is growing, or maybe I'm just more aware of it now. For Hawaii County, people who still remain missing, along with the age at which they vanished when provided, are listed below. And we've got the list of the people: Donald Dodge, Joshua Tony, Tracy Maureen Warren, Charles Bruce Graves, Michael Kitagawachi, Joseph Robarge, Chantel Datelio, Joseph David Smithy, Mahali Durasayana, and 2022, Keone Glenn Kong, Gavin Lee Stansel, Keith Kamalihi Makahinuhinu, Snelson, Tanyan Everett, Omar Sherman, Jennifer Michelle Showen, Landon William Fairbanks, Gary Silva Evangelista, Nathaniel Domingo Andres, Paul Hernandez. And guys, I'm saying each of these names because they need to be remembered that they are missing. And then this year, Mark Niddle, William Romeo Bishop, William Everett Brownfield, Chris Season Yamauchi, Jasmine Lily Schwartz, Kelly Gravitt, and Mary Penijo. And Jet's mom, we ended up having a whole press conference and all that we did before doing this. And so let me share with you guys, because it will make a lot more sense when you see the area. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of go a little bit more into what has been going on in this location. And Jet's mom, you might have a little bit of a feeling on what it is I'm talking about too. We have a lot of different locations on island which kind of run with its own kind of, I want to say, legal system, their own set of who's in charge and running of things, put it that way. And that's part of what this area is about. Okay, when you hear me talking about the cinder and all. Let me share this, share screen, and pull up Google Earth for you guys. Okay. Oh yes, we can just share that right away. Let's go here and go into Pahoa. It's very, yeah, exactly, Jet's mom. And I'll be honest, I have not mentioned this case up to now. I'll be honest, because there could be some very possibly some foul play going on, and this is a little closer to home for me, which is always a little scary. There's videos on, and I'll discuss this. Please join Discord if you want to hear a little bit more about this stuff. But there are actually some discussions of people's houses that had been burnt down in the area, and someone went and did a kind of TikTok video and mentioned Kelly's name as part of that. So that's kind of what's being mentioned when we talk about this. So, but this is Pahoa. So for those of you who our island chain here, okay, here's where Honolulu is, right up here. Okay, Lahaina. For those of you who were remember all the discussions on Lahaina right there. Pahoa is right here on this east side of the Big Island. And you can tell it's just wide open areas. Okay, huge wide open areas where people can go, very small. Okay, this is the town. This is the town of Pahoa right here. It's small. Everyone knows everyone. Like his father said, people knew him and said, "Oh yeah, he bought me this shirt. He bought me this hat." You know each other. You hang out with each other and things like that. But there's also a lot of area. If someone goes hiking, they could get lost. One of the things they are truly looking for right now, and they're still hoping to find, is this backpack right there. If you look at the backpack there, the backpack has never been found, and they're hoping they can find the backpack to get a little bit more information on it. And so I've got posters out with this. Pull this up here. And I know I've kept you guys for over an hour and a half, and I try to limit it to an hour and a half each time. I've been following Kelly's case for quite a while now. And no family should have to go this long now. May until October. We're almost coming up on 6 months. And we don't know. Someone knows what happened to Kel. Someone knows something. Someone in this small little town here knows something. And they can speak anonymously. They can talk to people anonymously. They can pass on things, but let family know what's going on with their loved one. Chris, Lokamai, is the tattoo under his right eye or left? I could not find out exactly which eye it was under, and that's an issue that I found. Only thing that they have is that. Lone Wolf, has the military disability benefits changed to a different account? That's a good question. That's a very good question. And I know they've been looking, it's hit all our local channels. Back in July, it was hitting all the local channels. And like they said, the videos that I've been talking about and stuff like that, could it be people who truly are doing things illicitly, or is true foul play connections, or is it just people like we just saw with Charlotte's case? People who start saying things because they just want to have their 5 minutes of fame or get even with someone or things like that. Jet's mom, Jerry's mom isn't, oh no. Oh no. Sending prayers your direction, my dear. Sending prayers your direction. So there's definitely information out there. Someone has it. We just got to get it shared out. So if people have information, okay, they can call Hilo CIS. Okay, police department there at 808-961-2384. And I have his case number there. You can also report anonymously to Crime Stoppers Gang. Anyone from Pahoa that might come across this video, and I know they do. And please contact Crime Stoppers. You don't have to give your name. Okay, that backpack is sitting out there somewhere, and it may have information in it that can be used to give family some semblance of closure right now. So, want to thank all you guys so much for joining us tonight. Charlotte being found is like the answer to so many prayers right now, and she'll know that she can be in her parents' arms tonight, which is amazing. So I'll let you know if I hear any other updates about that case and all. Please join us over on Discord. I will try to post the stuff that I was talking about over there. And let me know what you guys thought is. After you see this, let me know what your guys thought is. So anyhow, aloha. Love each and every one of you. I hope you guys have an amazing night. And I will talk to you all later. Aloha. Mahalo. Goodbye.